What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode or video here on the Jurassic Park Podcast YouTube channel. This is Let's Talk Jurassic, your weekly live stream here on the from the Jurassic Park Podcast. And we're going to do something a little bit different today. We're going to talk about Jurassic as we always do, but I'm going to do this with a good friend of mine, but I'll bring my friend in just a second, all right? If you read the title, you know what's going on. But we're going to get into some fun stuff in just a minute here, but first I wanted to share our website and all that good stuff. You know the drill. So going over to parkpodcast.com at some point. Here we go. Come on. Go. You can do it. There we go. I don't know why it took so long. There it is. We have a new episode out over the past. This is the newest. Is it the newest? I don't know. But this is an episode, Tales from a Jurassic World. Tom talked about it, gave us some behind the scenes details about the show, and then we talked about Jurassic World Evolution 2. But then we had a brand new thing pop up on the feed this week, which was Tales from a Jurassic World. That is what Tom was promoting on the show the past week. And Tom and the company worked on this awesome audio drama for Jurassic World. It's a, it kind of follows in between the films of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and Jurassic World Dominion, following different dinosaur events around the world or countries. So definitely go check out that first episode. It's on our feed, but it's also on Tom's Tales from a Jurassic World YouTube feed as well. So definitely go give that a watch and support and show everybody, tell your friends, let Tom know and everybody else that worked on it how awesome it is. And yeah, that's all I really wanted to share for you right now. Just have a good time and listen to some fun stuff. That's about it. So, without further ado, we're going to get into some fun stuff. And look, I think one of the crew was right there. Jared. Hey. That's awesome. Anyway, yes, let's get into it. If you usually tune into these, you know what we usually do, but we're going to do things a little bit different tonight. We're going to actually do the Jurassic Mailbag. So, let's welcome in Jen. Hey, Jen, what's going on?
Hey, I'm actually nervous. Like, when we do the mailbag, it's nuts, but it's just so, like, us, and I don't have to get dressed and stuff,
Well, yeah, I mean, usually, you're dressed, but, like, we don't even see each other. We don't even see each other, I don't think. We don't have our cameras on. We just kind of record and do things a little bit different, but yeah, I should actually, you know what? I'm going to take the music down tonight because we're going to have to upload this as our episode. So this is going to go live on the podcast feeds as well. So I want to do this like I usually would when we start a mailbag. So let me duck down the music here for a little bit. Sorry, I know that's like usually a nice little chill music pad there beneath our conversations, but
I was like jamming to it.
I know. So Let's just start fresh here. All right, let's start fresh as if we're doing the mailbag. And if there's any behind the scenes for the mailbag, like we said, we usually don't have the cameras going. We don't know what we're doing as we start. This is pretty much how it goes. We're like, or I'm like, oh yeah, what month is it? What am I supposed to say? I didn't write any notes.
Usually I get, can you hear this? Can I change
oh yeah
this? And it's like the same thing. And you're like, can you hear these recordings? And like, it's the same thing.
I gotta make sure. Like I change my settings so often that I don't know. I never know. Actually, this is here. Let's see. Can you? Are
you gonna ask me? Can I hear this?
Yes, I'm gonna ask you. Can you hear? This is from the last mailbag. I still have our things in here. Can you hear Johnny?
Hi, Jurassic Park Podcast.
Can you hear Johnny there?
This is.
Okay, Good. All right, cool. I just got to make sure you can hear that. All right, so we're going to start this fresh, and then we'll start talking to the people in the chat and do this all as we normally would. So, without further ado, let's get this thing kicked off. All right, here we go. Welcome, everybody, to the Jurassic Mailbag for the month of, and I forgot what month it's for. What month is it? April. It's for April. It's for the month of April, your hairdresser. Right? Is that?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. And it's actually her birthday month. I guess that's how she got her name. But yes, it's April's month.
It is yes. I don't know. I remember these weird things that we talk about here. Not that your hairdresser is weird, but just remember some odd things from time to time. I can't remember what month it is half the time, but we got that down at least. So we're doing something a little bit differently. So if you're listening to this on the podcast feed, we actually did this already on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, hey, we're live. We're doing this live right now. So we're going to do things a little bit differently tonight. Jen and I are on video. If you want to watch us, go over to YouTube and give it a look. And if you're listening to us, we'll try to make it as normal as possible for you. But I can't guarantee that. Because we got a lot of people in the chat room here tonight. We're going to do this a little different. We don't have a ton. I don't think we really have much in the way of voicemails or emails or anything. So we're kind of just winging it. Which is, I guess it's kind of par for the course here.
That's what we do.
We kind of just wing it. Yeah. We never listen to anything. We never listen back to the voicemails and just double check what they're about. We just play them. I don't even read the emails until it's here. And I'm like, all right, what is this one about? Okay, now I got to make up an answer. But I'm excited. Are you excited to do this one live in front of our studio audience here tonight?
I am. I'm going to keep awkwardly looking down because that's where my chat box is. So I'm just I just keep looking away. But that's why. So I'm really like this the whole time.
I know. Yeah, I'm usually distracted. And that's the thing is for the podcast feed, you kind of have to keep things running. For the YouTube channel, I'm like, I'm going to go over there for a second. I'm going to sit here and think for a little bit. I just kind of wing it as I'm here, but we're going to try to make this as usual as possible for the podcast feed. But let's see.
My phone, and that's just awkward. Either here or there. So.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Who cares? We've got some people in the chat room, like I said. So let's see who's in the chat. We've got Jurassic KM, fresh out of the shower. Jurassic KM is. We've got Connie Springer here. What's up, Connie Springer? We've got Jurassic Souls, iconic. Got Jurassic Souls in the house. We've got Jared Ransom here. What's up, Jared? Let's see. We've got Jurassic Parking Plastic commenting on Tom's audio drama, saying the voice actors all did great. Did a great job. And we've got a cat in the studio today. If you wanted to hear cat questions, we've got Nikolai here.
With the mailbag, you can edit the cat out. 'Cause there's always a cat. Anyway, there always is a cat. Now you're gonna see the cat.
You're gonna see the cat. Yeah, I don't think I've ever edited the cat out. So everybody knows the cat at this point.
Okay,
we've got Greg here. What's up, Greg? And let's see. I want to keep this moving, but we got Caleb here. Hey, Caleb. All right. So if anybody has questions in the chat room, just let them fly. We're going to start talking about Jurassic. Get your random questions, because that's what's so great about the mailbag is it's totally random, right? We never know what people are going to ask, but somehow there is always a weird thread. I don't know. Oh, look at that. There's always a weird thread. I've got my Star Wars one. And I don't know if that'll happen tonight, but it'll be interesting. It might happen if people want to be on the same page with each other in our chat room. So we're going to have to see how that works out. But I'm excited to talk about whatever anybody wants to hear about. And I want to ask you a question. So before we get started, speaking of this mug right here, or this cup, you're still not watching, are you? It's Darth Vader, by the way. It's Star Wars. You're still not watching, are you?
No. Why would I be watching that?
Because Bryce is the...
Is my microphone sucking? That's why I'm here. I just noticed I moved my computer and is my audio really bad?
No, actually, it sounded fine. It sounds maybe a little better.
Over there. It's better now. It's here.
Oh, the madness of the mailbag begins. Yes.
No, I do not watch Star Wars. I'm not going to watch Star Wars. I watch the behind the scenes videos to cap them, but I don't watch them. No.
Okay. Yeah, I understand you're not a fan of them, but I just was still wondering, if the Bryce content is slim, where you're all right, I got to take in something. So let me see how she's directing currently.
I'm never that desperate. I promise.
Oh, man. Desperate? That desperate? Oh, my gosh, that hurts.
I can't do it.
I love her directing. Like, she is really, really great at it, and especially with Star Wars, it's just like I know they do like it feels very cohesive for the most part. So it for the most part it feels seamless, but I feel like with her episodes, you can definitely tell there's something extra there, and she did a great job today. I'm really excited by that one. It was a weird episode with some crazy cameos. Not going to spoil it. Don't spoil.
Like, yeah.
Don't spoil anything.
I
but
won't.
yeah,
I won't spoil it
because we're live. But yeah, I don't. It was a weird episode, but I dug it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a lot of fun. But yeah, I just wanted to double check to see if you I guess are still not watching Star Wars, or still not watching her directed episodes. So she's great though. I wish she would direct the Jurassic TV show or something like that. I watch The Mandalorian, and it didn't happen this week, but previous weeks it's just like one big monster after another, and things that are like very Jurassic like, and flying creatures, swimming creatures, they all look very Jurassic like, and I'm like, why do we not have anything yet? Why? It's capable. We can do it on a week-to-week basis. Just give us 8 episodes. But they choose not to.
Is that not the most frustrating thing ever? When you see all the potential in the world and they're just like, no, for everything. Like everything I seem to enjoy, it seems to run that way. It's just, you see all the potential and then they're just, no, we can't. Just don't even look that way. They don't even think about it. They don't even look in the direction.
Yeah. I know.
Don't even try.
I feel like it's been commented on, like, to casting creators or whoever, and like Frank Marshall or somebody will be like, yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. We're not focusing on that. And you're like, why? Why not? I don't know. Here, let me ask you this. If they did make a live action TV show, now after you've gotten 3 films, do you think they'd get it right? Do you think they'd get it right for like what the audience would want to see or what you would want to see? Do you think it would be a good show? Whatever it is.
It really depends. It really depends on who runs it and like the plot, the timeline. It really depends. I mean, I don't have that much faith right now, but I don't know. I mean, I'd watch it, but I'd probably go in with like a we'll see kind of thing. But I don't have a lot of faith right now. I don't. I just feel like there's not a lot of care and time and effort going into anything Jurassic. So if they announce tomorrow, like, oh, we got a new live show, I'll be like, okay, like we'll see what happens, but I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I think a lot of people would be apprehensive. I don't know if everybody trusts. I know a lot of people do trust the direction that they've gone in, but I don't know if everybody does. And I think, we kind of want to see a certain aesthetic or vibe or storyline, and it's just like it seems like they don't want to focus on those things. So who knows what it would end up being and if it would be something we would like. But it does make you feel apprehensive to, if you read those words for real, like not April's Fool's Day or anything like that. If you read it for real in a headline, new TV show. I felt
the tension in my body when you said that, because I just know that they're it's not going to be right. Like I'm so specific with this thing. I need I just care so much, and I just feel like I can't. It's not going to be right. I'm not going to like it, and I want to like it, but I feel this.
Yeah.
Whenever you say that there could be something, because I just want it to be so good. I do, and I just am afraid it's not.
It's hard, We knew like pretty much that the trilogy is coming, and we're like, you got to get it right. There's a lot of time to get it right. With a TV show, you're like, all right, you have like eight episodes. Like The Mandalorian's like 8 episodes, and they're varying lengths of time. Like today's episode was like 44 minutes, but like previously there was like a 37 or a 52 or something. So you're like, you only have a short amount of time to tell me a good story and get it right. And I don't know what they would do, and I don't know if they would get it right, but I'd be watching. I'd be there.
I mean, I know what they could do, but they're not going to do that. They would just do something I wouldn't like, or because I don't know. Look what they did with the last 2 movies. So
that you mean they made pretty great movies, is what you mean, right? Isn't that what you mean?
They have They have their flaws.
I like them. We got a question here.
But
We got a question here from Jurassic KM. First question for the mailbag today. It says, would you prefer A, more films, B, more TV/streaming series, or C, short films dabbling in different genres?
you know what? Last mailbag, I probably would have answered differently. I probably would have said like a TV or streaming or even the short films thing. But just the other day, like just this past week, I've even tweeted out that I just have this moment of I can't believe there's no more movies, because the movie comes out and you're like riding that wave, and then it starts to go down and you're like, I'm good, and then you're like, oh, it's over. But then we had movies to look forward to. We don't have them, and I'm at the point now where I want another movie. I know we're not getting any more, but I do. It's just so sad not having something to look forward to. I was even just talking to Josh. I'm like, I just feel so empty because there's no movie. If there was a TV show, it's still not the same. It's not the same as getting your popcorn, sitting your butt in the IMAX and having the trailers and the promos and just the whole thing. And it just being a big production. And I miss that. I miss there not being one. And for the last 10 years we've had one to look forward to. So I mean, story wise, I don't know, but my personalness that literally just changed like this past week. I want more movies. I want more to look forward to and more build up and just the whole thing. So that's probably not a popular answer right now.
I think that's a good answer, and I get what you mean. There is something special about going to that theater, and maybe you're only getting 2 hours versus, like I had said, there's like, anywhere from 30 to like an hour long episodes, and you get like 8 of them. You're like, okay, that's 8, like, you're talking about 6, 7, 8 hours worth of content. So, but I don't, it's a hard question. I don't know. I do. Would they get? It depends on if they get the TV right. I would very much like the answer C would be pretty cool. The dabbling different genres, short films and stuff. So basically, like just a bunch
answer.
of. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't feel like the right answer to me. Like I would love to see it. I don't know if it feels the right one, because Battle at Big Rock came out. It was great. It was awesome, but like, we don't ever talk about it, really. We just, it exists, but we don't go back to it. We don't, like, I've watched it a handful of times, but like, we don't go back and, comment on, the theories of the trailer that flipped over. There was a calendar with the date, March 11th on it or whatever it was. I don't know, but like we don't go back and talk about that stuff, so I don't know if that's what I would want. I think I would really like the TV show route. I don't know, because I was thinking about it. There was a tweet that went around recently where it was like, I don't remember the exact tweet, but it said something like 4 pieces of media that you'll never feel like that again, or something like that. And it was, you just posted like 4 pictures of like parts of a film that, you were like, oh, that was just, I'll never feel something like that ever again. And, for me, one of them was like the culmination of all the Marvel movies with Endgame. And like that moment in time, like it defeats anything that is culminated with the 3 Jurassic films. So it was just such an emotional moment for me. And I'm like, I don't know that I'll ever feel that again with movie content like this. But, I feel like I'm starting to get that now with Star Wars. And I feel like they're starting to really layer that in with the Marvel universe where everybody's interacting with each other and you've got different TV shows and different storylines and characters. I feel like that's starting to mesh together. And I'm starting to feel like as excited as I did when I was watching Marvel stuff, in the past 10 years. So I think I kind of maybe want that from Jurassic. If they could weave stories together and create like really thrilling content, on a few week basis, that would be amazing. And to have that to look forward to, like, I can't tell you, I look forward to Wednesdays so much. Yes, for the live stream that we do every Wednesday night, but I look forward to, watching The Mandalorian. And there's only, I think, 2 episodes left. And I'm like, no, what am I going to do? So I kind of want that, I think. I want that. I'm going to pick TV show. I think that's where I'm going.
That's probably a good choice. That was a really good explanation. I know exactly what you mean, though, about that. I know the tweets and the moment that you just, isn't that why we're into this anyway? Because it gives you that feeling, that one moment where you just wish you could feel it over and over, and you just wish you could experience it for the first time over and over. And it's like, yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
If they achieve that with the TV show, like not even saying they would achieve that. So who knows?
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, I have no idea if they would achieve that, and what the content is, but like if it could get to that level, that's I think what I would like to pick, but again, Jurassic doesn't really have the full depth of content that Star Wars has to pull from and get you surprised and excited. I don't know in the days of Jurassic if we'll ever, see Sir Richard Attenborough brought back to life in, CG form. I don't think that's ever going to really happen for Jurassic. I don't think we're going to see like, because like the characters in Star Wars that have passed on or are being brought to life from animation or whatever. We don't really have all that stuff to pull from. But, if they did start to slowly weave stories together, it could be really cool. So that's where I'm going to go. That's where I'm going to go, I think. But yeah, let's move on to another question here in the chat room. We've got Jurassiraptor here. Predictions for JP30 events or movie re-release. Do you have any predictions for JP30?
I think last mailbag we answered the question of what we want to see. I don't know if that was the same as a prediction, so I'm just gonna say that I predict that I don't know if it's actually true. This is more like wishful thinking, but I like the idea of I like the movie re-release. I like those re-releases ideas a lot. I actually hope that's a thing. But I like the idea of walking into a store and like walking down the cereal aisle and see like the retro Jurassic cereal. I know it was Lost World did the cereal, but they could still do that.
They could still,
but like a Jurassic Park cereal, and then like walking down, see the oatmeal. Oh, there's Jurassic oatmeal, and then like just walking down, like, oh, there's Fruit Loops or whatever, like fruit with the fruit roll-ups, like Jurassic, like something like that. Like I just want it to be everywhere. I want it to be just on every food item. And everywhere, like just as if the movie first came out. And the McDonald's toys, I think we discussed that. And will that's not like prediction wise, will that actually happen? No. So my prediction is maybe a re-release in certain theaters if we're lucky. I'm not having high hopes here.
Yeah, that's my problem. Not having high hopes on things happening. I don't know. I'm I think they've done a great job with the merchandise and stuff so far, toys and different random collectibles and things that you can purchase out there. But as far as like, events and things, I don't know. It's not a movie year. If they do end up making movies again, right now, 2023 is not a movie year. So I can't see them like spending the money, I guess, to have an in-person event. Yeah, I don't know.
No.
I think
maybe even like with the theme parks, I don't think they'll do anything at the theme parks or anything.
It doesn't seem likely right now. But a re-release is like the least, like you barely have to do anything as Universal to just re-release the movie. And I'm uncertain about that.
Yeah.
I'm so sad about why we kicking off the mailbag with like just like, oh, I don't think are they gonna get this right? Are they gonna pull through? Yeah, I don't know. That's the biggest question of the mailbag.
We're like, well, there's no movie. We're not getting another movie. We're probably not getting TV show. We're not getting nothing for the 30th. They're not even gonna re-release the movie. We're so depressing right now.
We can't even like confirm if they're gonna re-release it. Look, I know they are doing like it is being released here and there in some theaters, but I don't feel like I consider that like 30th anniversary screenings. You know, I feel like every year you can find Jurassic Park in theater, whether it's like a retro flashback cinema, whatever they're called. Like some movie theaters just show old movies all the time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, you know, on an often basis too, you can go see some. So I don't really consider what they're doing currently. And I don't know where it's coming from. Like, where is this coming down from Universal to say, have it in theaters? I don't know. I don't think so. I think these theaters are just like, let's just play it. I don't know. I guess they have to have the rights or whatever, but I don't know. It seems odd.
Because they're always doing like Jaws, E.T., Jurassic Park. There's always the same like rotation that these theaters do. All theaters, just like there's your old movie night, and I wouldn't call that anything special. They do it all the time.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna make a prediction that if they do an event for JP30, it'll be in like London or something like that. That's my guess. Is like it won't be here. But I don't know. I don't know if they'll stray away from Universal Hollywood. You know, that seems to be their hotspot for events. I don't know why. It's not really made for that over there, but I guess because it's California, they're like, let's have it here. But I don't know. I would love for them to go to Universal Orlando, but I don't feel like that's going to happen. But I'm gonna just go on a limb and say London's going to get an event. That's going to be my prediction. There was a bug on my screen, so I just got to swipe that away. But yeah, all right. So I got another question here from Jurassic Souls. Thank you so much, Jurassic Souls, for the super chat. We really appreciate you donating to the channel. And it says, if Claire Dearing were to return, what would she be doing next? All right, let me add to this question. Since you sound like it's going to be a tough one to answer, I'm going to split the question in two, all right? So Jurassic Souls came up with the baseline. What would she be doing next? But I want to say, what would she be doing next in the universe that they've created with the 3 films that we've seen? What would she be doing next? But also, I want to know what you would want her to do next. I think those are 2 different questions, 2 different answers that we're going to get.
From where we are right now, right?
Like if she was just, you know, carried over straight from Jurassic World Dominion.
Okay.
What would she be doing? But also I want to know what would you really like want to see her doing, because I'm sure that would be different from what she would be doing, you know?
Yeah, what would the writers make her do and what would I make her do, because we not pick the same thing. Oh my goodness. Okay, I want to start with it's so hard because they totally ruined her so bad. They totally ruined her. I guess I would like, oh my gosh. See, I can't even like make up things because it's just so out of from where I want to be. I would love her to do some politics thing and then just like, but where she's at right now, that's not even possible. She's nobody. And I hate that she's nobody. She's a nobody in the world right now. And that breaks my heart. Man, this is hard. If blue sky for me, I would love for her to get out of the cabin. Like, gosh, go back to civilization. Try to do something with your life. Like, go into politics and try to, I mean, we know that there's we had a storyline of bugs, we had a storyline, like there's still corporations doing crap, so like try to get involved with that, and like if you're on the side of preventing it, then at least get some power so you can prevent that. I like the idea of her having power. I like the idea of her being in control of things. I like the idea of her like having flaws, but her being able to like overcome that, and even being flawed still holding a power over something and being able to accomplish something and being in charge of something and not someone being in charge of her. I like that. So that's what I would do. It's really hard to fix this problem of where they are. They really like ruined her. So that's what I would do. What they would do, like not what I would want to see, but what I think they would do would be, my gosh, how boring. I don't know, like PTA mom or something.
Oh no.
It's so sad. It's so sad. Like soccer mom, or
she's like still in the cabin. She's still in the cabin.
It's so sad. You see this though, like what I want and what they would do and how badly they ruin this character. Like they had a really strong, flawed, but powerful, goal-oriented, motivated character, and they just beat her down to soccer mom. It's sad. It's sad. It's really sad. And there's nothing wrong with being a soccer mom. I mean, Wyatt starts soccer in like 2 weeks, so that's me. But the point being that's not Claire though. That's not. She should be better. She should be more special than that. That makes me so sad to see. Like, it's sad that I came and come up with something because it's so backed into a corner.
That's it is a good question, and I don't know what she would be doing. I mean, how did the movie end?
They took her life force away. Like,
they took her life. No, she and like Owen and Maisie were, I think they last saw at Blue, right? Was it right around there when they dropped off Beta? So they were like still up in the mountains, right? So
what would you do? What would you possibly do with her?
I mean, I don't know. At this point, like, do they need to be in hiding still? Like, what's the life goals of that group in general? Like, would did they defeat the big bad where they don't have to be in hiding anymore? Are they allowed to, like, because I feel like Maisie would almost still be a threat with cloning or something like that. I don't know. I feel like she could still be a threat to like their safety or something. But
well, see, Dominion, that's another problem with Dominion. It didn't address that. It didn't address anything. It tiptoed around that so bad and then just did the bug stuff, which is fine. But when you have this other storyline that just, they didn't address it at all. Like, we don't even know. Does she have a birth certificate? Can she go to school? Like, is she going to go to school? Is she illegal? Like, is she going to homeschool? Are they just going to hide her still? Like, there's just so many technicalities that they just didn't even... Can Claire even be anything? Like, exactly. Can she even leave without being attached to her and then being in trouble for her not having papers?
I know there's so many questions. Like, are they okay to just live normal lives and not have the cops come out and be like, well, we got to take the girl. I mean, she's not yours. She belongs to, I don't know who she would belong to at that point. Who would be her guardians? I have no idea. But
they never even addressed that. They killed Claire's character and didn't even address the situation. It's so sad. So I just wanted her to be in politics and like kill everything with like just be up there with her authority and power and like manipulating people and just being like really good, like really smart and really good. And
I mean, I could still see that being a thing. I could definitely still see them doing something like that for her.
Somehow get that back. It's just so much better. Such a better character. It's such a better character.
But so I would love to know, where did that piece come from? Because we know it was obviously in the evolution of Claire, right? That her aspirations at one point were to, go into politics or something. But I wonder, where did that come from? Was that purely a Tess Sharp creation? Or did that come from somebody at Universal, to say, hey, let's have her go down this route at some point, but then switch or something? Or was Tess the one who wrote that from scratch?
I may have asked her that. I interviewed her, and I may have asked her that. I think I did. Oh my gosh, I don't remember her answer, though. No. But I should listen to that again. But yeah, I interviewed her, and I really picked apart things like that. I don't remember what she said.
Well, let's say she's doing that. Let's say she's doing the politics and she's making a difference, changing things. Because I feel like, the end of Jurassic World Dominion was hopeful, and it did end like with Grant and everything going into the, I don't know, Senate or something like that. I forget what he was doing, but so he was going to give a speech. So I feel like the idea is there. I wonder if no, I don't know. I was just going to go on a tangent about where it came from, but it's possible that she could still go down that route. I'm gonna be hopeful and say she's still going there. She's
You
still doing
know,
it because they need it.
if
They do need that.
if they just would have forgot the DPG, or like you could have still done it, but had it her be more important, or like have connections outside of just like trying to get funding and being in a little building and stuff. Like she still could have done it, but she should have had more power, more authority, like just more. There's just, from reading the books and just like the whole character, it's just like she is so much more than what they did. She's more than what they did in Dominion. They totally just made her nothing. And she's more than that. And that just breaks my heart. I love her so much. So it just breaks my heart. Like, really does. It just makes me sad what they did.
I love this comment from Jared that just went away, but it said, I think it's based off the TV conversation. Netflix presents Locust Park. Kind of fits in with what you had said about going down the Locust route.
Yeah.
And
going back to it, I didn't mind it if they would have just addressed the things that needed to be addressed.
Well, I think it just comes down to the film needing to be two films. You know, it really just needed to be two films. You know, with two different storylines, one with locusts, another one resolving more of the Maisie stuff. I think that would have been a good idea. But let's see, there was another question. What was I going to go with? Jurassic Raptor says, I'd like to see a live action series set in Jurassic World as a working park prior to the events of the film. That would be a good one. I would love to see that. But again, like, it's like, are we going to skirt around the fact that Owen and Claire work in this park and Dr. Wu? Are we ever going to see them? So to me, like, it's always the logistics. It's always the logistics of making a prequel for Jurassic. Because, like, Star Wars can animate a bunch of stuff and it'll be there. You know, it'll look cool. And they'll get Ewan McGregor to come back, you know, so many years later and do the thing. But Jurassic, I'm like, I don't know that, like, all these people are going to come back again. Like, if they do a TV show set around the working park, which would be an awesome TV show, where's Owen? Where's Claire? Like, I don't want them to just be like, oh, we just missed her, you know? I want them to be there in the show.
See, that's why these things can't happen. And they only had one shot at this. Like, even if they recast, or I could go back in time and somehow recast, people aren't going to accept that. And it's just that you're backed into a corner so bad. There's just no way to fix some of this stuff. And you can't do stuff like that. I don't know. It's why we're in such a corner. You can't, any option you think of, and can't do it for some reason or another.
I like this idea here. Let me just type in something out real quick. Jurassic Park and Plastic says, Evil Raiders, Netflix series with Demon Carno and Ultimasaurus raging on Nublar. That would be awesome, and I think that would be really cool to see.
That is a totally different movie than we were talking about.
This is kind of the route, like, you kind of have to go, and I think it would be really cool. And me and Aaron Beyer have talked about this kind of topic in the Jurassic Wire about having like a really cool like 80s style animated series or something like that, like a really like something like not very canonical but just like wild and crazy, based off of like these figures, the Evil Raiders. Would be really, really cool. You know, you get Dr. Snare out there, like having these like wild outfits and really cool font choices and stuff like that. And just like, you know, weird like contraptions and vehicles. Like, this Strike Cycle is one of the coolest Jurassic toys that I've ever owned. It is so cool. And I want to see like wild stuff like that come to life with like a really cool, fun, like retro theme song and stuff. I think it could work well as like an animated series. I guess kind of like whatever's going on here, whatever this is. I don't know. That would be pretty cool. But, you know, and then you got the Demon Carno over there. Like, that would be super sick. What was the other? Ultimasaurus. I don't know if there's any pictures of that around here. But, like, having these, you know, Evil Raiders, Dino Raiders, Skinner, Dr. Snare. Like, that would be so sick to have these, like, really cool characters with fun names. And really, I want the dino trackers. Like, that's what I want to see. And me and Aaron have also joked about that with like casting Henry Cavill as Jaws Jackson and just having like a TV show or movie based off of these guys. Like, that would be super awesome. Yeah, I think that would be cool. Like, oh man, the idea, Universal, call us, because we have so many ideas about dino trackers. We've got good ideas about dino trackers as a TV show. So let us know, because we've got a lot of fun ones. I don't want to spoil them. I don't want to give my ideas away anymore for free. You know, if they want these good ideas, they got to come over here and come get them.
You know what, though? Back in our like 100 podcasts ago, when we were anticipating Fallen Kingdom and then we were anticipating Dominion, you know how many good ideas we had? Like, we had an insane amount of good ideas. We had some of those episodes where we were just on fire with like amazing ideas. They didn't listen. They might not. I don't think they're going to listen for this either.
Well, there was an episode recently where we were talking about like ending Jurassic World differently or something, or just changing it up a little bit. And I feel like that was the best option, was like going all the way back to the first, Jurassic World and changing that outcome a little bit to completely change the trajectory of the next two films. It would have been really cool to see if they had gone a slightly different direction. I love what we got. I love the 3 films totally. So for me, like it would just be like fan service to go back and change everything. But like I don't know. There certainly could have been different ways to go. I want to talk about this comment here real quick. It says, as far as the JP30 stuff's concerned, Jurassic KM says they need to work on the JP30 distribution. All I've found so far is a kite. A kite.
Oh my gosh, seriously, they have a kite? I was looking for a kite. Like, literally, I just bought one off of Amazon. There's a kite?
There's a kite!
Like, everything I wanted. I didn't know. What? For real? Like, we literally wanted to get Wyatt a kite.
There's some weird stuff. Like, the other day, I just got a Zen garden. And it has... And that's like... I'll go get it. Hold on. It's so funny. Hold on.
Okay, I'm looking for the kite. Like, I gotta get that. Oh my gosh.
Like, here it is. Like, it came in just like this little box, Zen garden. It's got Alan Grant, a little, rock and fossil, and it's just like, it's just a tiny little Zen garden, and I love it.
Oh my gosh.
It's just so stuff cute. Like this. This is super cool stuff. And actually, like, this doesn't even say like 30th anniversary or anything, but it just feels like a little bit of extra merch, But there has been some weird stuff popping up recently, and the kites are out there. Kites have been around. They've been doing the kites for a little while, but to get like 30th anniversary ones, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I think you had mentioned like the food aisle and stuff like that. Like, we definitely need to see like that more retro stuff like everywhere, I know Target had the banner up for a little while. Did you ever see the banner in Target?
I don't leave my house, but I've seen pictures of it.
You seen pictures?
I've seen pictures of it.
Well, the sad thing is it's gone already. It like came and went, and it was like, well, what? It was out in February or March or January. Like, when? That's not the 30th. The 30th is June. Let's get the stuff rolling, like for months, not for the beginning of the year. But yeah, better distribution would be nice. Today's theme from Jared, it says Sa-asaurus Rex.
Oh, this is bad, isn't it? This is like probably the worst live you ever did. I'm sure people were just hitting that X really fast. Like, this isn't fun. This is depressing. I'm going to bed.
I do like Jared's thoughts on Claire, though. She's a division lead with the DFW, Dinosaur Care Leader or lead.
I think she's a lead of something. My God.
She's a lead, yeah. DFW. That would. That's she's going into the government, right? With the DFW. That's kind of not exactly the same that you wanted, but it's a route. It's like a DPG adjacent for the government, right? It's a
better route than what they did in Dominion, which is nothing. Which is just stay home and don't go to Target and see that 30th seat. I want better things for Claire than what I got. I mean, it's good here. It's good. I'm good. I'm glad. But she's so much better than me. So she's so much like more motivated, smarter, can do better things. And I want better for her. I do. I'm sad.
Yeah.
She deserved better.
Let's see. Let's see, what does it say? In her novel, they imply Claire basically used Wu as her role model towards the end, which is how she became how she was in Jurassic World 1. Yeah, the thing is, I forget so much of the evolution of Claire. I think we're going to do a book club about that soon, so that would be nice to kind of catch back up on what had happened in there, because there was a lot of really great details. But the evolution of Claire also felt like we have to bridge this gap somehow, between the two films. And we have to try to make things connect. And even if it didn't actually connect or kind of reverted things a little bit, you're still a little confused, but it did its best, I think, to kind of bridge that gap.
See, this is why I just feel, I can't, I know Colin keeps saying, oh, I had all three films in my head. And I'm just like, you couldn't have to be where you were in Jurassic World, then to go to Fallen Kingdom into a completely different character, completely different and then you do this book that goes back in time to justify what you did in the movie. You couldn't have. Something had to change. Or who even knows, but it's just no way. It's no way. You're right. They're trying to fix it with the book. And honestly, that part didn't even seem genuine. The caring about dinosaur part. Like, it didn't seem genuine. You know what? The beginning of the book, like the first, 5 chapters, like that seemed right. And then the back seemed right. But the whole middle part was just like it didn't make sense. Even that was disjointed because the character is so different. It's different in the middle of the book. It's different in the second movie. There's just no way. That's not the same person. In the book, it felt the same way. They're trying to convince you that this is right, but it's just not. It's disjointed. Every way you look at it, it's disjointed, and it's not working.
So we got a question or a voicemail here. I don't know what it's regarding, but let's jump into a voicemail here. So this I don't know who this is from. I haven't taken a listen, so hopefully it's all right.
Hey there, Brad. And
you hear it?
The rest of the JP podcast
Nothing?
crew.
The rest.
Could you hear it?
Yeah, but I'm really
the rest.
Island.
Oh, okay.
The rest. Brad and the rest.
I'll just get to the point. Like, this has been on my mind for a while, but the Jurassic World films don't feel like Jurassic Park. I can't quite put my finger on it. It's probably how it's filmed, like the lighting. It just looks too. The word. Like, it looks more like a Marvel movie than a Jurassic Park film. And also, the new designs for the new dinosaurs aren't consistent with the designs of the old ones, because, let's be real, they look a lot more like they came from Peter Jackson's King Kong than they do Jurassic Park. They could have really used, like Crash McCreary to design the new dinosaurs. Also, I just want to say I freaking hate the Pteranodon designs in Jurassic World. They are some of the ugliest looking creature designs I've ever seen. Like, just baffling. Why couldn't you use the designs for the JP3 Pteranodons? Also, and it would be more consistent with those films. Also, I just want to say, what do y'all think of the idea of, like, the Universal releasing special editions of the Jurassic World films, like what they what George Lucas did with the Star Wars original trilogy. Maybe have like improved special effects and have better designs for some of the creatures like those stupid pteranodons and whatever.
Okay, I think that might be the end of it. I don't know who that was, so thanks for calling.
We're at the point where everyone's just sad and hates everything. Because the whole thing was like, everything's just so bad. It's awful. They just suck. We're at the part where it's starting to, like, the wave is riding away. And we're like, wow.
Yeah, well, I think maybe that's
Everything
due
sucks.
to, that might be due to, like, sitting back and thinking about everything that we've gotten and what we've missed out on and what could be. And I've said it before, I think, on the mailbag and stuff, or maybe other segments, that, like, I'm trying so hard to do my best to, like, not make my own changes to the content we've already received. I know it's very, very difficult, but, like, I'm trying to, like, not make my own changes to it, because then I just, like, get down a rabbit hole of, like, well, I change absolutely everything, just to a certain extent. But so I get what this person was saying and what you're saying and the sadness of it all right now. But, like, it's a mixed thing. Like, it's like, we're sad that we don't have anything on the horizon. Maybe JP30 isn't really, doing what we had hoped it would do so far. There's still plenty of time for that to come around. But let's go to actually, like, some of the pieces here, because as far as looking different, that's an interesting point, just because, yes, they do, the films look different. Jurassic World doesn't look like Jurassic Park, like, at all. And it's, obviously filming has changed a lot, right? Like, films just look different today. And it is certainly a much glossier package than Jurassic Park was back then. So yeah, I mean, I can't deny that. Maybe Marvel did have a lot to do with that. But I like Marvel stuff, as I said before, so I can't really complain too much. What do you think? Is there a specific thing that makes the new films look different than the old films for you?
Well, I would even go as far to say is Jurassic World looks different than Fallen Kingdom and Dominion does do as well. I think Jurassic World completely on its own is it's shiny and it's like it's lots of everything's like CGI-ish, and the CGI is like very in your face, and there's just a lot of it, and there's not very much intimacy at all in the movie. It's all, and Jurassic Park is like all intimacy. So I don't think it's straight up how it's filmed. I think it's also the script and the story they're telling. And they also Jurassic World wants to be flashy because it's coming out of a long break and they want it to do good in theaters. So it has to be flashy. 2, it has to be flashy in story, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get people back to the park. So it being over the top, flashy, bright, and I know a lot of people talk about the blue, like, film on it, but it makes it different. I mean, they didn't, in Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, look different. They didn't look flashy like that, and they did have more intimate moments. So, as a whole, I would even say Fallen Kingdom, Dominion are kind of on the same aesthetic as Jurassic Park is, and Jurassic World's, like, different than all of them, I think.
Yeah, I think that's fairly, a good way to look at it, I think. Yeah, Jurassic World definitely looks different than the other two. J.A. Bayona had a really unique look, I think, on what Jurassic is, and but I really like what there's some stuff in Dominion that just looks like really incredible. So I love what Colin did, his second time around. But I was watching it's an odd comparison, but not really, maybe. I don't know. I was watching Fast 9 today. Fast and Furious 9. I was watching that. And there's some parts in that movie where, like, I feel like it very much describes this kind of question where, like, Jurassic Park looks like it was old. It made back in the day, and it feels very lived in and real, grounded in reality. Jurassic World, maybe not so much, and glossy, shiny, all that good stuff. So I was watching Fast 9 today, and some of the story takes place in the past, a long time ago. And then some of the story takes place, obviously, or most of the story takes place like currently, now. The stuff that takes place in the past, they did such a good job at capturing like the old days. It looks like it's filmed completely differently. The content, the feel, the vibe, everything feels old and real and lived in. There's so much grain on the camera. But then the new stuff, like the stuff with like Dominic Toretto and the whole crew with the fast cars and the magnets and stuff that they were doing. I don't know what voice that was, but but like that stuff's shiny and splashy and in your face and ridiculous. So they did it in one film. So like, I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's just like, if they are capable of making something that does feel, and that's a Universal film, it does feel like old and lived in and real. So they are capable of doing that as a Universal property. So I think Jurassic could eventually get back to that if they wanted to. I don't feel like they've captured that at all. Any kind of essence of the past is what I guess I'm trying to say.
I guess they don't need to. Like, they don't want to. They're like, this is our new trilogy, new thing. They have no reason to.
Yeah. Forget the logo. Let's trash the Jurassic Park logo. Let's get rid of it. So the other question or other points were the dinosaurs look more like Peter Jackson's King Kong, which is like, that's let's see. I'm going to look up the V-Rex, right? So the V-Rex is like the main let's look it up here. And this does very much look like it inspired a lot of Jurassic World. Where am I going? Right here. Yeah. So, look at this. Like it very much looks like Indominus, and it's the teeth, right? I know a lot of people have been talking about this online over the past few days, but like there's just something about the teeth here. It's the way that they go, like alligator, crocodile, they just kind of cut through instead of having lips or something like that. So it does feel very much like Indominus Rex or something, right? Like, doesn't that look very Indominus Rex inspired? So yeah, I definitely agree with that. So yeah, I can't deny that. But the Pteranodon thing, everybody, I feel like for the most part, people really hate the Jurassic World Pteranodon design. And has that ever been like anything that's ground your gears?
No, my gears are fine. I don't mind. My gears are not offended by this. My gears have never been offended by dinosaur designs, though. I have to say they're pretty sturdy when it comes to that.
Well, that's good. Okay. That's good. To me, it never got to me either. I know people really, really despise them. And I think it's, it's just like this, but that's Jurassic World Live. But there's just a lot of toys. Like this is pretty great. Like from, what's the name of that movie? The Lost World. And then you got Jurassic Park 3. And I know like a lot of people really love the Jurassic Park 3 look. But to me, like I don't really care about how they look. I think here was like a Jurassic World. Why is it so grainy? Everything's so grainy looking. But like I always thought like this shot here in Jurassic Park 3 was like super goofy looking.
I love that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's
that's the thing. Everybody loves the Pteranodon sequence in Jurassic Park 3, but for me, it never really did much for me. It's a cool sequence, but like everybody really, really loves that sequence, and for me, it just really didn't hit me the same way that it did everybody else. So it doesn't bother me. It hit you?
Oh, I love Jurassic Park 3. I really liked it. I love that whole idea because we haven't seen that whole like the birdcage thing until then. That was a whole new piece.
Yeah, I'm glad we saw it, but I Yeah, it just didn't hit me the same way, I guess. But they don't bother me for Jurassic World, but I know a lot of people really dislike it. I don't know what the exact thing they dislike is, but yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm never much of a, maybe Siaka can talk about it in here in the chat room, but I don't really know like what people dislike about it. So, but yeah. What was the other part? It was the special editions. This is an interesting part. Would you like to see like expanded? Do you think that would work in the Jurassic World to see like some sort of expanded or cut differently or changed in a certain way, or like they reanimate certain things? Do you think that would work in Jurassic?
See, I don't know. I don't really know exactly what that means or like how that is. I've never seen. I don't watch the Star Wars.
You don't watch the Star Wars. All right, so little history, I guess. George Lucas, came out with new versions of the first three films in like the 90s. They came out in the 70s and early 80s, but then he came out with new versions which like added whole sequences, animated things that were not ever in the movies, just filled things out a little bit more here and there, changed stuff. So like, different things happened and didn't happen in the other film. So I think, if that were to happen for Jurassic at all, I don't know. Like, I guess it would be nice to see expanded material for the first three films.
If that's what it is, then yes. Yes. I think that'd be so good. That'd be so cool. It'd be something new without it being completely a different thing. It would be building on top of something we already enjoy. Yes. Put everything. I keep saying, like, you know how they film multiple scenes, like, and they just film stuff and different. Just give it all to me. I want to see every take. I want to see every take that they didn't pick. Like, I want to see every take they didn't pick. And like, why didn't they pick it? Like, I'm sure it's done different ways. I want to see what other ways it was done, and why they picked the one they did. Like, I want to see every piece of film made on set of these three movies. Yes.
The other day I was binging through like the Rocky series, and Sylvester Stallone recently changed the Rocky 4 movie where, Rocky goes to Russia and fights the Russian dude. And he actually did the George Lucas, and he like recut the movie, added in stuff from those extra scenes and the different takes that you had just mentioned. Like, he added stuff in, and it became a really great version of the movie. I thought it was awesome. So to see that for Jurassic, I don't know, like, that I'd want much changed or different. For these
just
movies.
Do it. You always have the original to watch.
Yeah, that's true.
Recut. Have fun with it.
That's a fair point.
Go nuts.
That's a fair point, because we just got that, to be honest, with the extended cut of Dominion. We got the theatrical, and I choose now to watch the extended cut. That's the one I'm going to watch.
Better.
It's better. Mm-hmm. So I'm okay with it, and I would certainly like to see some things changed, I guess, visually, like from a CG aspect.
Can we just change both of the last two movies, like, completely? Maybe there's another script out there. Maybe they filmed the whole movie, and then they were like, you know what? We're not going to do those, and they shelved that.
Oh, no.
And then they'd have to bring it out, and they just change them to make them better. There has to be something that exists.
They'd have to get that Men in Black thing for all of us, and just like, flashy thing us, and just make us forget.
Give me multiple. Give me multiple versions. I'm cool with that. Multiple versions is fine. I love the restore the shot of Ellie grabbing the leaf. I mean, that's what people want.
Oh,
that's what's missing. Just do the whole movie the same, but add that in, and then call that the extended cut.
Yeah, that would definitely be cool, having that in there. I don't know. I can't really think of anything like the cut scenes from The Lost World that are on TV. Like, I don't think they necessarily. I would like to see like the fight sequence that's in The Lost World, extended cut, I guess, that's on like TNT or whatever. I would like to see that, but the boardroom scene, I don't know. That doesn't really make a lot of sense anymore. But I would like to see, like, in Jurassic World, like some of the CG like changed a little bit. There's that one where the T-Rex like looks at Blue, and it just looks horrible. Like I just want to see that changed or fixed or gone or something. And then like
Yeah, I know what you mean.
in Fallen Kingdom, I want that the Rex going into the crate, like just gotten rid of. It's horrible.
Oh,
And there's like little moments like that. I don't want to see, like, I want to see these things look better. So I think if I were to utilize that special edition, I would just try to change like some CG stuff. Really not much. But yeah. Let's see. There's a bunch of comments here about this at least. Let's see. No. See, I got this is the one thing I was gonna say about Jurassic Park 3. They should make a whole movie where there's the only dinosaur is a Ceratosaurus. I was gonna say they should get rid of that scene from Jurassic Park 3 where there's a Ceratosaurus and it just looks absolutely horrible. I hate that scene. That is probably my least favorite scene in any Jurassic movie. Get rid of that scene completely.
Though. If you then you don't have any Ceratosaurus ever.
That's fine. That's fine with me. Don't need it. Don't need it. Oh no.
I do. I remember my Dinosaur Safari game. He was purple. It was fun.
Was he Barney? Yeah, that.
I mean, it was 1995 pixels. He could have been. It's close.
Could have been. I see. I would like Jurassic Park 3 to be like fixed completely. That would be very nice if they were like, oh, we actually do have a whole other movie. That would be cool. But they just magically don't.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel about Fallen Kingdom. And then if they put that whole other movie in, then Dominion just has to have that ripple effect of being fixed. That's how I feel about Fallen. I like Jurassic Park 3 better than Fallen Kingdom. Yeah.
So I don't know if you trust Dodgson or not, but Dodgson wants somebody to introduce you to Star Wars, saying that you could get hooked. You could get hooked here. Do you think you could get hooked on Star Wars?
People have taken on that challenge, and many have failed.
Oh, wow.
Bryce is literally directing a Star Wars thing that people are raving about, and I'm not watching it. I mean, what else could possibly like get me to watch it? Nothing.
I guess nothing.
It's so weird. Like, I've tried, and it's weird because my dad likes it. My dad likes Star Wars, and Josh watches it. I mean, he doesn't love it, but he watches it. And my dad likes Star Trek. He likes all that stuff. He likes Lord of the Rings. I saw a Lord of the Rings thing in there. Like, he likes all that stuff. And the only thing that stuck, look, he threw stuff at the wall with me, and the only thing that stuck was Jurassic. So, because he likes all that stuff. He likes Harry Potter. He likes everything.
Oh man,
Jurassic stuck. He tried it all.
The only thing.
This is the only one that stuck.
Yeah, and speaking of Lord of the Rings, I know I think they're doing like the Return of the King, like the third one is getting like their extended cut is going to theaters. So like,
oh wow,
do that kind of stuff. Like Jurassic, please do something. Like if they were to do the 30th anniversary, if they were gonna like add in the leaf. Or as Jurassic Raptor also says, like the Triceratops illness dialogue, like that would be cool. Like if they added like little things like that to bring you out to the theater. Because like personally, I don't know that I would like need at this point to go see Jurassic Park again in theaters. I've seen it so many times in theaters in the past few years that I'm like, do I have to go again? Like it's just like an obligation at this point. I need something else. I feel like I need something else. One of the last times I went, it was because there was like a preamble, like commentary little thing before the movie. And I was like, all right, that sounds cool. I want to see that little behind the scenes featurette or whatever it was. So it needs to have something. That would be cool, to give us something else to go out to see.
It seems so simple. They already have all the material. All they gotta do is edit it in. It just seems like like we were talking before, it's such an easy thing to just put out there. It shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be a big deal. It should be just so easy. And you know how far that would go with everyone? Everyone like a fandom would just like lose their minds over that.
They would. They absolutely would. I like this comment here that I should tell you about the Dilophosaurus that appears in Mandalorian Season 3. There is a Dilophosaurus being held by Dean Cundey, the cinematographer of Jurassic Park, in The Mandalorian. And so, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. So they're getting close to crossing over, I think.
Okay. If there was a crossover, I would watch it. There we go.
Okay. Well,
I would watch that. All right.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Are there any crossovers with the? Oh, I don't know. No, I'm trying to think of like cast members, but I just keep thinking about like Jeff Goldblum and like Marvel.
No, wasn't Laura Dern in a Star Wars thing?
Oh yeah, that's right. She was in The Last Jedi, which she was
Not
great.
good enough.
Great, not good enough.
I need more than that. I need more than that. I need an actual crossover. Actors crossing over does not count.
So you need Ellie Sattler in Star Wars.
Actual storylines crossing.
Wow,
I would watch it then.
Oh man, you know what? Can I? I don't know if I can do it on here. I want to see it. That would be funny if I could do. Bear with me for a second here. I might be able to. Oh, my session expired. Log in. Come on. Does it have? Did it have to save my? Oh, it did. I think it saved my. Oop! I covered my camera. Bear with me. I'm trying to log into something here. All right, so we're gonna do this. Okay. We're going to figure out what this crossover would be. We've got Chat GPT in the house here tonight. So we're going to bring up a new chat and ask it, give us a pitch for a Jurassic Park and Star Wars crossover film. Let's see what happens. Let's see if what it generates. Sometimes I have to fool around with the questionnaire, but it's generating. Okay, how do I get rid of this? Get rid of the keyboard. All right, so here we go. Here's the answer. Imagine a thrilling adventure that combines the wonder and danger of Jurassic Park with the epic battles and fantastical worlds of Star Wars. The film follows a group of Jedi Knights who travel to a remote planet in search of a rare crystal that can enhance their lightsabers. Little do they know this planet is the home to a hidden Jurassic Park filled with genetically engineered dinosaurs created by the devious Dr. Wu. As Jedi explore the planet, they encounter a variety of dinosaurs, from the towering T-Rex to the swift Velociraptor. But the danger doesn't end there. Dr. Wu has also created a hybrid dinosaur, bred specifically to hunt and kill Jedi. As the group fights to survive, they must use their mastery of the Force and their lightsaber skills to take on these prehistoric beasts. As they navigate the dangers of Jurassic Park planet, the Jedi also find themselves drawn into an ongoing battle between the rebellion and the Empire. With the fate of the galaxy hanging in the balance, the Jedi must use all their skills to fight off the Empire's forces and protect the crystal from falling into the wrong hands. With stunning visual effects and heart-pounding action, this Jurassic Park and Star Wars crossover is sure to delight fans of both franchises. It's a thrilling adventure that combines the best of both worlds, offering an unforgettable experience that will leave audiences on the edge of their seats. So get ready to travel to a galaxy far, far away and a time long, long ago where dinosaurs roam and the Force is strong. Whoa, that is a cool tagline.
I have two thoughts on that. One thought is I only understood about a quarter of it. And the second thought is like, I forgot my second thought. Wait.
It was good. You want to watch it. That's the second thought.
Oh, it sounds like it's just Star Wars, but on a dinosaur island, but it's still Star Wars. It's complete Star Wars stuff happening on a Jurassic Park island.
It's like
planet, whatever.
It's like just like the bare minimum of like, this is Jurassic Park Island with Jedi, but I do like that
everything that has to do with Star Wars.
I do like that they kind of crossed over a little bit and said like Dr. Wu created a hybrid dinosaur, but this one is specifically meant to hunt and kill Jedi. That's pretty amazing.
It's literally the only thing that links them together. It's like,
oh man!
But then the story never touches on that again. It's like that, and then it's all about the Star Wars stuff. And it's like, well, what
I
about
want to,
dinosaurs?
I want to see what happens. Like,
Yeah.
that's awesome. But Dr. Wu's got the only shout out here for Jurassic Park. That sounds amazing, though. I would absolutely love to see that. But that tagline at the end, sorry, my eye's bothering me right now. It says, get ready to travel to a galaxy far, far away and a time long, long ago where dinosaurs roam and the force is strong. Like, that's amazing. That is such a cool tagline. I want to see that. I could see that on the poster. Jurassic KM saying, no. Dodgson saying, they fly now, which is a reference you probably don't understand. But Siaka says, I don't know Star Wars, but why don't the Jedi just fly away from the dinosaurs?
Because they have no impact, exactly.
Because of the crystals. They need to keep the crystals safe for their lightsabers or whatever it said. Jared is sold. So I think this is a great idea. I think this is a fun idea. We should see this. We should definitely see this. That is too funny. All right, so that was a voicemail that we got.
Was it? I don't remember hearing a voicemail.
That was a very long time ago. It was
like 2 hours ago. Like, that was a voicemail, man? Like, answer?
That was definitely a voicemail we got a little while ago. I don't know how long ago, but certainly way too long ago. All right, so let's see. Do I have I have more questions here. Let's see. All right, this is from Zoe, it looks like, and it says, hello. I hope all is going well, and I was wondering if there will be new Jurassic World games. Well, I don't know. I don't know that answer. And it says, I'm hoping for a new Jurassic World fighting video game where dinosaurs battle dinosaurs like Jurassic Park Warpath. A remake of Jurassic Park Warpath would be awesome. That's it. That was from Zoe. So thank you, Zoe. I don't know if there are going to be any more games. It seems like, I'm actually surprised that Jurassic World Evolution 2 is still pumping out like new content, new DLCs and stuff like that. Have you seen any of the recent like videos or anything for Evolution 2? No. I know Tom had mentioned that there was a vampire bat, and people didn't like that he mentioned that. But I'm going to stand up for Tom and say, yeah, that's 100% a vampire bat. That's in Jurassic World Evolution 2, and I don't care what other paleontologists think. It's definitely a vampire bat. But in a game, it looks like they're going so far. Like, and I'm interested to see if there's going to be, even more updates. Because at this point, why stop? If people are going to still buy the DLC packs and stuff, keep making them. Why wouldn't you? Do you want to see
They're not doing stuff that makes sense. They're not doing stuff people want, so they're gonna end that. That's gonna be the end of it.
They might end it. Yeah, they might end it because people want it.
Yeah, that's the pattern.
Do you want a dinosaur game where dinosaurs are battling other dinosaurs? Does that sound fun to you?
I don't know. I guess it depends on like how it's set up. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't mind all the games because somebody out there somewhere would want that. So I'm not going to say no.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you say no, and then like the one person's like, oh, Zoe's like, no, why'd you say no to this? Now they're not going to make it.
Canceled. Yeah. See, that's why I'm not saying no. I'm going to say yes for those that want it. Yes.
I guess, yeah, for those that want it, sure. It doesn't really excite me too much. A game like that could be kind of fun, I guess, if you have like different arenas and stuff for it updated to be like, including Dominion and Fallen Kingdom and Jurassic World and Battle at Big Rock, to have all these different environments and stuff, even Camp Cretaceous or something. It'd be cool to have different environments like that, and the different dinosaurs like from the movies now and stuff. That would be kind of cool. So yeah, I would definitely give it a shot. But I feel like I would just like want like an app. I don't really need like a full video game out of that,
See, I gotta say, as a kid, I loved Pokemon when I was a kid, and they had Pokemon Stadium, and that was fighting Pokemon, and I liked the mini games better, and I actually enjoyed Pokemon like a lot, and the fighting stuff just got boring and old quick. so I was more into the mini games.
Yeah.
That's something I actually liked, and wasn't into it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't want fighting dinosaurs.
That's kind of what keeps me away from Jurassic World Alive. And Jurassic World Alive is kind of what this is. I mean, like, maybe not to the full extent, but like, you know, Jurassic World Alive is essentially the Pokemon of dinosaur fighting right now, where, like, you know, you've got to use your certain thing and, you know, you go back and forth attacking each other. It's just like Pokemon. So I like that to a certain extent. It's a lot of fun. But like I get tired of it because it's the same thing over and over again. Like I want to do something a little bit different. So if I was going to pitch a dinosaur game, I would want it to be like Jurassic Park that was on Sega, where you got to play as Alan Grant, but you also got to play as a Velociraptor. I think that would be really cool, where you get to like do the game but as a raptor. Like that would be so much fun. You know, I think that would be cool to be able to switch off between different dinosaurs or something like that to try to accomplish tasks. Like that would be fun. Like just to be your dinosaur self living on Nublar, you know?
Yeah, that's more appealing. Mm-hmm.
I just came up with a great idea for a game, and I'm not going to give it to anybody. I'm not going to give it to anybody, but it's a great idea for a game. I definitely did. So Universal, I'm here. If you want a fun idea, I'm not giving out my ideas anymore. I promise you. I always stop myself short now. So not giving it up, but I do like that idea. I think that was an idea I gave up, I guess, by talking about a dinosaur being a dinosaur, but there's more to it. Let's see. Jurassic KM says Lego Jurassic World 2, Camp Cretaceous, Fallen Kingdom, Battle at Big Rock, and Dominion. That would be cool. I would definitely like to see that. Have you played any Lego games at all?
I did do those. Yeah, I did the Lego Jurassic Worlds. I did play all of those, and I liked those. That was really fun.
Yeah, they are fun. I just find them very annoying.
Really?
Yeah, there's something about Lego games that is like overcomplicated when it comes to their menus, their saving features. I really just would love them to just rethink the entire structure of that whole system. Because like trying to figure out when and how you can save that game or any of those games is very, very difficult. And also like the menu systems and trying to figure that all out, it's too much work. So I would like them to figure that out before they make Jurassic World or Lego Jurassic World 2. But I would definitely play it.
Well, do you think they're gonna even extend the Legos to Fallen Kingdom and Dominion?
I don't see why not. I don't see why not. But at this point, it should have happened already.
That's what
I don't know.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw this comment, Jen, but Pokemon Stadium just got a re-release announced literally 24 hours ago.
Yeah, what are the odds?
That's amazing.
No, like what? Like re-release for new systems, or like what does that mean?
I guess so. Yeah, probably. They're doing
Like
a lot of re-releases and things. Yeah, but maybe updated graphics or something like that. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay. That is cool. I like that game.
Yeah.
I like Pokemon a lot. Mm-hmm.
Bearded Josh says survival horror, and then Jurassic KM also says survivor. I can't read. Survival horror would be better. Yeah, that would be really cool. I think that would be awesome. Trespasser remake made canon. There we go. And yes, I do like playing Pokemon Go. It is a pretty fun game. I don't play too often, but I do like it.
Whenever it was like really popular and it came out, I had the app and I like played around with it. But like we went, I don't remember when it came out in the year, but we were at the beach and we were walking and kind of playing a little bit. And then I just put my phone down. I looked around me and every single person was like playing Pokemon Go on their phone. I'm like, that's when I stopped. I literally saw it as like a problem.
Everybody's doing it. I gotta stop.
This is too weird. It's
literally,
like, I feel like I need to look.
It's on my first page.
Like that's where I am.
Yeah, I know, right? Like you're there, but like you're also at the beach where you can only catch those Pokemon. So
I know, that's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. I was like, I still see it in my head. I was like, oh, I'm looking, catching the thing. And then I look up and everyone is like, and I'm like, I gotta walk away from this. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. It was so bizarre. It was like a Black Mirror thing happening. It's so weird.
What was that?
So no, I don't play it anymore since then. It like freaked me out. No. But I still like Pokemon.
There was oh, here it is. Is this what I was looking for? I don't know. Siaka had said Camp Cretaceous really ought to have a video game. Oh, what is this? Can I play this? I don't know how to play it. But I remember there was like, oh, was it that food website? You remember that back I guess it was during, I don't know when it was, but some food product had like, if you scan their food or whatever and it brings you to their website, you could play like a Camp Cretaceous game, and it was very difficult. It was very difficult. But yeah, a Camp Cretaceous game would be fun. Like, I don't know what it would be, just like, you know, the kids' characters having different traits or whatever that you could use to like utilize on the island, switch back and forth, kind of like you do with the Lego games. That would be kind of fun. Or Lego Camp Cretaceous, just in general.
I mean, what else can you do other than that?
Yeah. Star Wars Lego games are great, but even still, they're the system's kind of complicated and saving and all that stuff. Yaroslav wants another story-based game like Telltale. Yeah, that would be cool. Did you ever play those ones?
I don't think so. I don't think I did.
It's been so long, but I loved that back in the day when it was around. And they did port it over to, I think, like Xbox 360 or something at one point. And then I never got it. I never got it for that system, though. And yeah, I think Jurassic KM says, I want to say it was Delmont. Yeah, I think it was. Dinosaur Challenge. Yeah, I had it on the website. Does the website still work? Oh, no, it doesn't work. DinosaurChallenge.com does not work anymore. Boo. You can't play the game anymore. Oh, man. That stinks. I was going to go play the game. Here it is. Dinosaur Challenge Camp Cretaceous. I think I had a video of me playing it at one point, and it was just horrible. Like, I kept dying over and over and over and over and over. All right, so I think I have another voicemail from that same person. And then maybe we'll wrap it up shortly after that, because I don't have much more to go off of. If anybody has any last questions, let us know in the chat. But let's play this one. It looks kind of short, so here we go.
Hey, JPP crew. I just want to say hi. Like, I'm in my room watching the extended version of Jurassic World Dominion, and I just had this idea for either a movie or streaming show that has potential, like have it set between JP3 and Jurassic World, like be about like the construction of the theme park and the capturing of all the dinosaurs, like Rexy and all the other creatures, and the transportation of dinosaurs from Isla Sorna. I see a lot of potential in that sort of story. What do y'all think?
Oh, is that it? That was it? Okay, yeah. I definitely see the potential in that story. I would love to see that. But again, I don't know. I think they could actually do that story without touching on a lot of the people we already know. So that story could work, set between JP3 and, by the time like they construct Jurassic World. You could do that. And you could even have like the Dino Trackers or Evil Raiders or something in that mix,
I am going to do a super, super hot take here. Here it is. I would not mind if they recast Claire as like younger, like college
Ooh.
age, and they did it. Because let me tell you, I love Bryce, but I love Claire like a lot. Like it's cool. Like Bryce got her life, it's cool, do her thing, but I love Claire. I do. I miss her, and if it's played by someone else, I'm okay because I just love the character a lot. So I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind recast her, get a younger girl, and do that. I'm fine with it. I would not be angry at all. As long as they do I'd be more angry if they do the character wrong than the recasting. The recasting wouldn't bother me. Hot
Yeah.
take of the day.
No, maybe hot take, I guess, but I would definitely, I would be okay with that. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I would actually encourage it. Please
recruit Bryce. Bryce can direct it, and it could be like her show, and she can be involved because it's like she has to. I feel like she would have to have the creative input. I don't know if you trust that creative input on the character, but I think she would. I think she would have to be there for that.
I think they need to hire me for this one.
Yeah, Universal. Call me up for certain things. Call Jen up for certain things. Like you gotta get us out here. But yeah, I think that would be a great idea, and then you could make that person could make it their own, and
it'll be
bridge
a
that
young
gap.
version. Just make it believable that they would grow up to look like what we know. That's all.
Yeah.
But like, it just make it younger. It would be so good. It would be that's why because in my mind, okay, when I'm reading Evolution of Claire, I do not have Bryce in my mind. Claire to me is like young Claire is this whole other person. I don't know who it is. I don't know if they exist in the world or not. But when I'm reading a Claire story, it's not Bryce in my head. So I'm okay with it. I would encourage it. I want more Claire content more than I want Bryce in a movie. That probably just threw a lot of people, blew their minds because I come across as like a Bryce loving person, and I do. I really do for what she is. I really do. But they're separate.
It's coming out. You don't like her anymore.
They're separate
I think
beings
that's what
for me.
That's what we're learning.
They're separate. They're separate beings. They're nothing alike, honestly. Especially the Claire in my head is very different, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love more Claire content.
All right, so if that's what you want, I think that would be great. We would see, we could see. It would be tough because like I would want to see like the capturing and all that stuff between JP3 and Jurassic World, which necessarily wouldn't really include Claire. But maybe like season 2 or 3 is like you start the construction has started because like they were still in the process. They weren't open yet by the time Claire was brought in the Evolution of Claire. So like, a few seasons in, then you could bring in Claire and have her introduced, as a young actress and get her out there, like you learning how to do everything. And then you could kind of get to see that side of her that is interested in the politics and all that and questioning like what route does she want to go down. And then so you introduce it there. And then we get Bryce in another movie down the road. Years later, she's in politics. She's doing her thing.
Please,
and it's set up.
Brad.
It's set up,
Oh my gosh. You know how much you just healed my soul with these things? I've been looking into the black abyss, thinking there's no hope for this character. There's no hope for this like storyline. I'm like, there's just no hope. I'm in this black hole. But you just put life into this for me.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. Oh my gosh. Please.
It works.
Please.
It would work.
Now, okay, wait. The comment though about it like recasting in The Mummy. No. That should have been like illegal. That's a whole other thing. That is a whole other thing. First of all, this is like going back in time. So should have to be younger, total different.
Yeah.
Fine with that. In The Mummy, they're aging with them. No, you can't use like real time Brendan Fraser with like recast. You got to go back and recast him too in this situation.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That was
crime. That was a different story. Yeah. That.
Depressing.
Yeah, it was fun. I actually really liked that movie at the time. I'd like to go back and watch it again.
Should I just hang up on you? Should I just hang up now? And just
all right. Thank you. Bye. It's been good. It's I like The Mummy 3. I do. I like that movie, and I maybe I don't anymore. I don't know, but I'd have to go back and watch it. But
Really?
yeah, no, that part stunk. You know, the fact that she was recast, and yeah, especially after getting to know her for 2 movies, to have that happen to Bryce now would be not good. Like I would
Oh
not
my
want to
God,
see that
that'd be
happen. That's
awful.
not at all. But to do the
Mm-mm.
prequel, you know, you're set. This is Jurassic World was made in 2005, right? Is that what it was? Yeah, 2005 it opened. So you're talking about 2004 or 3 or whatever, Bryce. And she looked way different back then than she did in 2015. So you could definitely cast somebody else. So it works. You know, it's more like instead of the Mummy with whatever her name is, this is more like River Phoenix with Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones 3. So that's more like what we've got here. Jared wants
You
to
know what,
see.
Brad? If that fixes, if that whole trajectory fixes the future, and we're there, like in the future, referencing this, you
Yeah.
fixed it. I feel so good.
It fixes it.
Please.
Yeah, because you
Please.
know, I think it would make you maybe retroactively feel more okay with the Fallen Kingdom and Dominion.
I think so.
You know, because
think so.
yeah, because like you in your mind you're like, okay, the thought was still there, the idea was still there, things went off track, and she went down a path that she didn't know she wanted. She still kind of wants this path, but she also still wants the old path that she liked, you know? So I think it could still work, and it would make things retroactively a little bit better for you.
It would. The only thing you can't fix is I really wanted like fallout from her being in charge of the park and it like breaking on her watch, and then she had
You could
no
still-
repercussions. Like
You could still do
you
that.
can't fix that. How
because
can you fix that now?
Well, no, you can't really fix it now, but I think you could help it. You can't. I don't know. You could do this. You could say like
You can't put that in.
she's running for an office or whatever she's doing. She's trying to get support or whatever, and you could have that be a question that people keep holding
Okay.
against her. You know, they keep holding it against her. You never got
Brad,
in
you're
trouble
getting
for
me
this.
excited.
You know, like
You're getting
people
me
are trying to
happy
hold
and
it to her
excited.
now. I think it could still work.
I might cry, honestly, like right here now. There might be
live. Do it.
This is like, you're blowing my mind because I thought there was no hope. We were in the black abyss, and here we are with like everything happening and it being rectified, and there is a tear in my eye. It's beautiful. Thank you for giving me hope. Oh, it's beautiful. Please, send this in. Send this in. I'm gonna write a letter.
She comes back when Jurassic World is built on a cruise ship, and she's old as the woman from Titanic.
Okay.
Jurassic Cruise. It's just like, yeah, it's just the smaller version on a cruise ship. Yeah, and then she has like a piece of amber around her neck that she's like, ooh, and she just like tosses it into the ocean. And yeah.
No, it's like the last amber with the last mosquito in it.
Yeah. Oh
Like
man.
the last one.
Or yeah, no, it could be like the original T-Rex piece that like somebody was trying to track down because it would have been worth so much money. And he's talking to her. He's like, yeah, you never heard of this thing? No, I never heard of it. And she just throws it into the ocean. That would have been awesome.
These are the things the people want. And by the people, I mean me. These are the things. This is, yes. This is so productive. Yeah. Yes. You restored my heart full of hope, just so you know.
I think so.
It's possible. I saw nothing. I just saw a wall in front of me earlier when everyone was asking me here, like, what do you think would happen? We made it.
We did.
We made it here, and this is beautiful. Wow.
We just needed some time to figure it all out and get through the weeds and through the fog. Yeah. Yeah, but that might be a good place to end everything, though, you know?
All our best ideas are always at the end of these things.
It is.
No one ever stays to the end.
No,
ever.
I know.
Because they last forever. They last like 3 hours, and people are done in the first 10 minutes. They're like, this is nonsense. But all of our best content and ideas are always in the last like 10 minutes, the last hour, because we talk forever on the same.
I know. Well, hopefully, we know there's at least some people listening here today. But it's been fun. I think this is a perfect place to call it quits for the night and say, thank you to everybody in our live chat for the first time. Maybe we'll do this again. This is kind of fun doing it this way.
This is like live theater. Even though when we're doing our other one, it's still kind of live because you don't really edit much. It's just us talking about
that's
nonsense.
true.
But now this is us talking about nonsense in front of an audience. It's so different.
There's like real-time feedback, and it's But it's been fun. Maybe we'll do this again. If everybody likes this idea, let us know. If you're listening to this on the podcast feed, send us a message. If you're watching this right now or watching this later, write us a comment on YouTube. If you want to get into contact with us, if you want to be a part of the next mailbag, all you got to do is you can call our voicemail line, and like that one person did who did not leave their name, leave your name. Let us know who you are next time. And all you got to do is call 732-825-7763. Call that phone number. It's on our website. Go check it out there. You can also go and leave us an email, or you can send us an MP3 if you want to. You can record it on your phone and be like, hey, what do you want to see for a Jurassic Park TV show? And then you could send us that voicemail or audio message and send that to JurassicParkPod@gmail.com. Send it over there. And you can also go to our website, JurassicParkPodcast.com, hit our contact page. I think I could show you that right now. Look at this. We got a contact page right here. Boom. Hit that contact page. Get in touch with us right here. Write your message in there. Your name, your address, all that good stuff. Not your home address, but your email. And then we'll read your stuff on the next episode of the Jurassic Mailbag. So April is through. We've finally done it. I think since we're doing these every other month. April? So we'll be back just in time for June. Is that it? Seriously? Whoa!
I think if someone puts their address in there, you should send them a signed photograph.
Of myself?
Yes. Because if someone actually does that, that means they want that. So
that's what they want. The amount of times though that our voicemail box gets people asking about their tickets for Jurassic World Live Tour, I'd be like swimming in money at this point. I get so many voicemails about tickets for Jurassic World Live Tour. I don't understand. I feel bad. I've actually texted these people back and said, I am not Jurassic World Live Tour. I cannot refund your ticket. I'm so sorry you can't make it to the next show. And then they're like leaving their phone numbers. Like so many people are leaving their phone numbers for me to call them back. And I'm like, I cannot help you for this. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here begging Universal to let us help. But this is not what I was asking for. Hello, you've reached the call center for Jurassic World Live Tour. If you want your tickets refunded, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that.
Don't call me.
Don't call me.
Call this number.
So yeah, it's an interesting experience having a Jurassic Park voicemail line. You get all kinds of stuff. So yeah, but anyway, thank you everybody for listening. Thank you for watching this on our YouTube channel. Maybe we'll do this again in June. That would be really cool. That's about it. Thanks, Jen. Thanks for joining me once again. Do you have anything to plug? Do you have anything going on? Is there any fun stuff happening?
Not really. I mean, I do my usual stuff. I do the Bryce Dallas Howard Network, BDH Network, and the Jurassic Vault, which I've neglected horribly, but it's still there for your enjoyment. I need to do more. I have so much on my hard drive. I just need time. But yeah, Jurassic Vault and Bryce stuff. BDH Network.
All right. That's cool. Awesome. Well, we'll see you again next time. Bye, everybody. Okay, we can cut. That's where we'd end the recording for the show. But we're still live, at least. So bring the music back in.
Great. Okay, yeah. So that was the end of the audio, and I'm like an idiot.
But everybody's still here. So thank you so much, actually, for the chatters here. We got Jared. Jurassic Raptor, thank you. Steven wants to say your cat looks pretty again. But yeah. Anyway, that's it.
Bye, audio.
Let's we're gonna really say goodbye now. Okay, bye everybody. Thank you. See ya.
Bye.